Tony Buzan, use your memory. Unlock the full potential of your memory with Tony Buzan's Use Your Memory. This book explores the astonishing capacity of our brain to store and recall billions of memories, emphasizing the power of mnemonics in enhancing both memory and creativity. Learn about the 4 essential attributes of mnemonic exercises, from synesthesia to exaggeration, and discover practical techniques such as the link system, peg memory systems, the Roman room system, and mind maps to revolutionize the way you remember information. With an emphasis on engaging both left and right brain hemispheres, you'll find methods to improve memory, creativity, and even learning multiple skills at once.
The incredible capacity of human memory. Our brains access several billion memories every single day, and research suggests that our memory may be close to perfect. Even something as simple as a conversation activates a whole range of memories, and places them in the appropriate context. If there is enough space in our brain to store all the memories we collect through the years, then the key to perfect memory is the self-management of this remarkable storage. The next parts will examine memory techniques, called mnemonics, which can help you do this. Mnemonics, unlocking your memory's full potential. Mnemonics are powerful memory techniques that can significantly improve your ability to recall information. These techniques activate both the left and right cortex of the brain, improving memory and creative potential. While the average person only scores 20 to 60% on memory tests, trained memorizers achieve between 95 to 100% accuracy. Mnemonics can help recall lists and sequences of events and scale with practice, allowing for the remembering of large amounts of information. By stimulating both sides of the brain, creative associations can be created using rhythm, color, dimensions, daydreaming, spatial awareness, and gestalt. Mnemonics can also lead to improvement in other skills, such as playing an instrument or dancing when combined with learning other subjects simultaneously. This summarized content will take a closer look at individual mnemonic techniques. Mastering mnemonics. Learning how to improve your memory through mnemonic exercises is a simple process that involves 4 essential attributes. The first is synesthesia, which is sensitizing and training all your senses to remember better. Movement provides another way for the brain to store information. Positive images help the brain recall pleasant memories, while exaggeration stores over-the-top stories more easily. Using these 4 attributes can help you memorize anything you want and improve your overall memory. For instance, when remembering to buy toothpaste, you can vividly imagine squeezing it onto the brush, feeling your fingers touch the brush while visualizing the complete oral hygiene process. The power of associations. The link system, a key to unlocking recall. Have you ever forgotten your shopping list? The link system can help you create powerful associations that make it easier to recall individual items. The key is to make the links between items exciting, unexpected, and abstract. By activating your senses, you'll reinforce the connection between items. For example, imagine you need scissors, roses, washing powder, apples, olive shampoo, bread, a coffee maker, eggs, napkins, and dental floss. Picture the frozen scissors stuck to your skin, leaving your palm vibrant red like the roses you plan to buy. Imagine the contrast of the colors and then move on to the next item. At the flower shop, the fresh smell reminds you of the laundry aisle where you need to get washing powder. You might also come across a shop with a beautiful display of apples, which you grab along with Kalamata olives, completing the association with shampoo. Seeing a coffee shop, you recall how wonderful it would be to eat freshly baked bread with poached eggs and drink a cup of coffee tomorrow morning. You can see your breakfast served on a black plate with a bright red napkin next to it. By creating strong associations, you can quickly bring to mind several items without the risk of forgetting any. Next time you're struggling to remember a list of items, try using the link system. With a bit of creativity, you'll quickly unlock the power of associations and improve your recall abilities. Mastering memorization with peg memory systems. Learn how PEG memory systems work and how to use them to remember lists of items in any sequence. Combine number shape and number rhyme systems to store up to 20 items in short-term memory. Memorizing lists of items is an essential skill, but what about when the order of the list matters? PEG memory systems are the answer. These systems use key memory words, called PEGs, as a foundation for remembering sequences of items. Think of PEG memory systems as a wardrobe with fixed hangers. You can remove and add clothes, but the number of hangers remains the same. Two popular PEG memory systems include the number shape system and the number rhyme system. In the number shape system, associate each number with a shape that you can readily recall. Then, use these shapes as markers for a sequence. For example, if you need to remember the first 3 steps of a recipe, link them to the shapes you invented for numbers 1 through 3 and conjure an image to connect the items. The number rhyme system follows the same principle, except you use rhyming PEG words. For instance, the rhyme for number 1 could be sun, while number 2 is blue. By combining the number shape and number rhyme systems, you can store up to 20 items in any order. But what about remembering an indefinite number of objects? PEG memory systems can help with that too. Try it out for yourself and see how easy it is to remember complex lists with these powerful tools. Roman room system for improved memory. The Roman room system is a technique for creating and remembering sequences by associating them with objects in a mental room. The precision of the object placement and attention to sensory details in mind walks help cement memories. Have you ever wished you had a room where you could store countless memories? The Roman room system allows you to do just that. By filling your imaginary room with objects, you create pegs to which you can attach new information. The more fixed objects you create, the longer the sequences you'll be able to remember. To make use of this technique, pick a few fixed objects to place in your imaginary room. These will be the pegs to which you attach memories. For example, imagine a blue doormat with a white cat on it, a red doorknob shaped like a dragon, and an oak coat hanger with 8 pegs. To remember tasks like getting a vaccine, picking up your sister from the airport, and getting your shirts from the cleaners, you can associate them with the objects in your room. For instance, you could imagine the white cat on the doormat being injected with the vaccine, the red dragon on the doorknob welcoming your sister, and your freshly pressed shirts hanging from the coat hanger. It's important to be deliberate and precise in the object placement and sensory associations. Take multiple mind walks through the room, being mindful of the colors, smells, and noises you experience. Listen for subtleties like a ticking clock and truly feel the sensations of the furniture. Consider making a drawing of your room to help cement the pegs in your memory. With practice, you can create rooms with hundreds of items and recall long sequences effortlessly. The Roman room system is an effective technique to improve your memory and recall ability. Boost your memory with mind maps. Mind maps engage both sides of the brain, making them an effective tool for memory recall. By drawing a central theme and connecting sub-themes with words and images, you can enhance your memory and make new connections between ideas. Have you ever struggled to remember important information before a meeting or presentation? Traditional note-taking methods only activate the left hemisphere of your brain, which is not sufficient for memorizing and recalling information. Instead, try using mind maps, which engage both hemispheres of the brain simultaneously. To make a mind map, start with a blank sheet of paper and draw a key memory image in the center. From this center point, you can create subthemes using connecting lines. Write or draw the subthemes alternatingly to engage both sides of the brain. By taking notes of details within each subtheme, you will be forced to find unique connections between different ideas, which boosts your memory recall. For example, to remember the history of memory, you can draw a central image of an elephant, representing their excellent memory. You can then connect the Greeks with an olive and the Romans with sandals, before branching out to other subthemes like the influence of the Christian Church and modern times. Overall, using mind maps as a note-taking tool is an effective way to enhance your memory and make new connections between different ideas.
Tony Buzan's Use Your Memory offers a comprehensive guide to maximizing your memory and cognitive potential. With practical techniques revolving around mnemonics, the book proposes applying vivid, sensory-enhanced associations to help you recall information more effectively, as well as methods to remember items in sequences and how to create mental storage rooms for indefinite amounts of information. The book also explores the concept of mind maps, which engage both brain hemispheres, leading to improved recall and creative thinking. Embark on a journey to a sharper memory and improved cognitive abilities with the practical, powerful tools presented in this book summary.